Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hello everyone, and welcome to a brooding edition of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V. Thanks for watching. It's good to see you. So, not too long ago in the comics, Superboy, Kon-El, not really Connor yet, I guess, in the current continuity, perished in a horrendous, horrific, emotionally charged, deep story called Return to Krypton. It was based in time travel, and it had something to do with L. As I always say, there's a little apostrophe there, so I think his name is L, just like Kal-El or Jor-El. It's L, and of course they're going for the cool factor. Hey, we can call this guy Hell, because L is the family name of Superman, and could be his name, and then it would be Hell, and all the cool kids like to say curses, or at least faw curses that, you know, moms don't really want you to say, but aren't really curses anyway, and, you know, you could say, well, it's a place, it's not a curse, whatever. Anyway, I'm not that crazy about the L character. I haven't been since he was first introduced a year ago, or whatever it was, and I wasn't that crazy about seeing his return. I also wasn't that crazy about seeing another story about maybe Krypton didn't get destroyed, or maybe it couldn't be destroyed, or maybe they could save it, or giving Supergirl another reason to despise Superman. Even though in the story proper, they all agreed it had to be done, and they were all part of the process of making sure that things got back to normal, because otherwise L was going to be ruling over everyone and doing terrible things. I don't actually even know what the reasoning was behind it. Because if Hell is ruling over Krypton and he's torturing everyone, isn't that better than it being destroyed? Because now you can send in teams of heroes and stuff to go in there and save everybody. But I digress. I kind of forget what the whole culmination of the story was. But my thing is that Superboy, this Superboy, didn't really become an important character in the Superman mythos, but the Superboy that was part of the reign of the Superman back in the 90s after Superman was killed is kind of who this Superboy was supposed to be based on. And my problem is it's just like with Supergirl. Superman showed no connection to him, just like he doesn't with Supergirl. He doesn't show that he cares for them, and Superman is supposed to care for everybody, especially members of his own family. It's clear that there's some connection to Superman in this Superboy character. He's wearing the crest. Why doesn't Superman ever go to him? Why don't they ever have a conversation together? Why don't they ever get to know each other? Same as with Supergirl. And then, at the end of the Return to Krypton arc, Superboy dies and no one really reacts. There's no crying, there's no screaming, there's no upsetness, there's no disappointment. They just go back to the portal and they go through, and they don't even mention it. It's not even, it bothers me. There's no funeral, there's no service, there's no words. Superman doesn't say anything about it. And Supergirl had hated him from the beginning, but had started to like him in this particular story, and she's over it already too. So it bothers me that they killed him, yes, and it bothers me the way it sort of happened and no one cared about it. You know, when one of the Flashes dies, every superhero in the world comes to their funeral. When Superman died, it was a huge big deal. And I realized that Superboy was not really part of the community proper. He was kind of on the outskirts. He was this clone in Project Nowhere that not too many people knew about, but Superman knew about it and should have been more involved with him before this point. But now he risks his life and he goes on this mission, and he's a big part, if not the main part, of the reason that the mission succeeds. And no one hails him. No one does anything in his memory. No one says he was a great hero. No one says he helped us save the Earth or Krypton or whatever it is that they actually accomplished by doing what they did in the story. So anyway, I didn't love the story, but I don't love what they decided to do. And now the Superboy that's in the Teen Titans title and the Superboy title proper is John Kent, son of Superman, and he's evil, which is just fantastic. The son of Superman and Lois Lane, purportedly, and he's evil. He's going to be a bad guy. He's going to kill people. He's going to do horrible things. Why? Why do we need this? Why does Superman need this sort of darkness? And why do we need to say that the legacy of the greatest hero on Earth is going to have a child in the future that he can't even control, or doesn't teach right, or doesn't impart proper wisdom to him, or he's so far gone that it doesn't matter what Superman does, he's going to be a bad guy anyway? Isn't that kind of a super negative way to say Superman's future is going to be? Or are we at a point where the future is not yet solid and anything could change? And, you know, if they, you know, conceive the child flying in the air, it becomes evil, but maybe if they conceive it in a more human way on a bed, he'll come out good. You know, because I don't really understand where they're going with it, and I understand it's good drama, and I understand it was good drama to kill a character that no one was buying the book of, but is introducing an evil Superman son really that important? And will it really increase the sales all that much? It might, because people might go, ooh, an evil Superman. I've always said Superman's a pansy and is weak and doesn't do anything cool. Of course, now he's risking Lois Lane's life to make her forget something, so maybe that's cool. And he has enemies named Hell, and maybe that's cool. I don't know. I'm very disappointed with the direction that the New 52 has taken Superman, and now taken Superboy, and now introduced a brand new character that is also going to be Superboy, and he's an imposter at this moment, but he's got evil ideas and he's going to do bad things. I don't understand why we need that, or why we need it to be Superman's son. I hope that in the future we find out it really isn't, but that's kind of a red herring. It's kind of a saying, well, here's this, but no, it's not. It is kind of a cop-out once you introduce it, but I don't want it there in the first place, so I'm kind of bothered by the whole damn thing. I hope you're as bothered as I am, or if you really like it, I guess I hope you enjoy it. Thanks everybody for watching, and remember, all good Superboys go to L.